Let's talk. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk. Today, I want to talk about more relationship stuff. I've talked about relationship stuff for a lot of these Let's Talks. So, I want to get into the red flags. A viewer of mine brought up what the red flags are when it comes to other people, when it comes to friends, when it comes to relationships, and I want to expand on that. I didn't give a complete answer, but I want to give this answer, and I hope that you will be able to take all of this to heart. But when it comes to red flags, I want to start with friendships. But before I get to the relationship's going to be a very meaty part of this Let's Talk. But when it comes to friendships and building a friendship and looking for a friendship in somebody, I have a few red flags before I can engage in that kind of friendship, if I consider somebody a friend. Because friendship is very important to me, and it should be important to another person. So, because there's a certain level of deeper trust. You know, you could trust somebody to, at the very least, be cordial. You can trust somebody to be polite and respectful, but you can't. There's certain people that you cannot trust with deeper parts of you, like information that they can use against you. You don't want to give anybody that kind of ammunition. And so before I start pursuing a friendship with somebody, there are things I look out for. When it comes to friendship, I want somebody that can, for my sake, add value to my life. And if they don't add value to my life, I don't want them around. What's the point of our friendship? It's nice, you're a nice distraction for me. No, I want somebody that can help me grow. Somebody that I can grow alongside with. And if somebody's not allowing me to grow, or is in fact bringing me down, I'd rather cut them off completely. So, red flags that I look for, they're depressed all the time. I do not mind if somebody is depressed momentarily, but if I'm with a person that's constantly miserable, that has nothing but complaints to say about the world, about themselves, about other people that say, I hate people, I prefer animals and pets, people are the worst, those are people I stay away from, because they're just going to constantly complain. They don't look within themselves to see their own flaws and why they're being treated a certain way. They're blaming the world, and the world isn't adhering to their standard, and that makes zero sense. So the people that are constantly depressed, that are constantly nihilistic, that are very nihilistic about the world, I don't like those. That's a huge red flag for me. I stay away from those people. Like, you're just gonna bring me down with you, and I can make my argument against you. I can constantly prove you wrong about how, things in this life aren't that bad. But if you're gonna keep being a Debbie Downer, I don't want you in my life. I don't want to be around you. You're gonna bring me down with you. That's not something I want. Red flag number 2, when it comes to friendships, you're not serious when it comes to serious topics. When I can talk to you face to face about something serious, when I can reach deep into your soul and say, hey, this is what's going on in my life, or hey, there's something going on in your life. If I can't have a serious conversation with you, if you treat everything like a joke, I don't mind the joke like now and again, but if I can't talk a serious topic with you, and I can't be real with you about something that's a serious topic, basically, then you're not somebody that I think is taking life not seriously. I mean, when I say serious, I mean you're not taking life the way it is. And the way life is, especially for a man, is it can suck real bad. It is a cruel world out there. And if you don't have my back, and I don't have, and I can't, if you don't have my back when I'm basically trying to say, hey, here's what's bothering me, or hey, I need your advice on this, or hey, I need you to help me out with something like this, and you're just gonna make a joke out of it, then you're somebody that I can't take seriously. And sure, I want to be around people that are fun to be around, but at the same time, I want somebody that I know I can trust with certain things that I'm struggling with, and can give me the correct answer, or can push me to find the right answer, in a way that isn't a joke, you know? I like joking around. I like all of that stuff. That's great, but I can't consider you a friend if you're going to joke around about something that I take seriously, which is a lot of, when it comes to my faith, when it comes to making money, when it comes to career. If you're going to make a joke out of all of those things, I don't want to be friends with you. Third thing that's in the same realm of that, I just lost my train of thought. I completely forgot what it was. You don't know how to... Hold on, let me think about this. Right. The third thing I look out for, and this is quite rare, but the third thing I look out for is flakiness. If I'm setting a time to meet with you, to talk with you, to grab some lunch, to grab some food, to spend some quality time with you, and you blow me off, totally fine. You don't even have to give me a reason. That's totally fine. But if that happens multiple times, that's a huge red flag. It just means you're not. It's another thing of you're not taking this friendship as seriously as I thought. Now I understand if you're a busy person, if everything that you've been telling me about what you're doing, if you're making huge strides in your business, if you're making huge strides in your career, I totally understand you being busy. Currently, that's where I'm at. I choose to be busy. There are times when people have invited me to parties, or people that have invited me to hang out, and I want to hang out with them. But I also don't want to. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to slack, because I like hanging out. I like talking with people. I like, building a relationship. But I've also spent a lot of my years doing that instead of working really hard, instead of building my career, which is why I'm currently in a place where I prefer to do work. Now, there are those rare times where I am free, and when I am free, sure, let's hang out. But if it's none of those things, and if I know, especially if I'm like scrolling through social media or anything like that, and if I see that you're not busy and you told me that you are, I just stop. I stop. I'm not asking you to hang out. You're not cool. You're not somebody that I consider cool to hang out with. Then no, that's a huge red flag. If you can't make time for me, but you can make time for other people, then clearly they're more important than me, which is fine. It's totally fine. You could do that's up to you. But I'm not gonna make an effort. I've made an effort. Now the ball's in your court. If you want to make an effort with me, fine. But if you prefer to make an effort with those people that you're hanging out with rather than me, I totally understand. However, I can't call you my friend. Now, again, I'm going to make this disclaimer again. It's totally okay if you're busy. If you are extremely busy with your work, keep up the grind, brother. I want you to get better. I want you to keep grinding. In fact, if there's any way we can grind together, even better. Those people that I can go through life with, that I can grind with, that I can do business with, but also go to the gym with, those people I want to find more than anything. But if it's none of those things, then I'm not wasting my time. Now, that's one part of it. The friendships are definitely part of it. Those are my biggest red flags. Certainly there's more. There's little things that I keep an eye out for when it comes to friendship. Like if I can trust you, I throw tests out. I tell you things about myself. And if somebody else that didn't hear that from my mouth says it to me, then I know I can't trust you. Now, and that's happened before. But now I want to get to relationships. When it comes to relationships, what are the red flags that I look out for? Well, there's dating, and then there's having your girlfriend. When it comes to dating, my red flags are they've expanded. They've grown quite a lot. My red flags have grown quite a lot. And it has to do with all of the things I just described when it comes to friends. If you're always depressed all the time, if you're, everything I said about friendship, those ring true with relationships as well. But when it comes to a romantic relationship, and I'm interested in dating you, what I look out for, red flag number 1, is social media following. Do you have a huge social media following? Are you somebody, and why? Why do you have a huge social media following? The things I look out for a girl when I'm interested in dating her, check her social media. If she has a buttload of followers and she has a lot of thirst trap Instagram posts, I already know that she's not going. That says in my mind she is not committed. If she starts going, and now I'll take her out on dates, totally fine. But if I make it known, hey, I don't think you having social media is going to be great for our relationship, and she says, I'm not getting rid of my social media, not going on more dates with her. Why? Now, if you think that sounds unreasonable, let me explain. Why do I not like a big social media following for a girl? It just means I can't take them seriously. Because if they have a huge social media following, you already know that she's getting DMs from dudes that are following her, that are liking her posts constantly, especially the thirst trap ones, and that are asking her out, giving her a bunch of attention. Now, say that we ever get into a fight. Say that we ever get into any kind of even disagreement, and I no longer show her attention. I say, you know what? We're at a fight right now. It's not going so great between us. Let's take some time so we can cool our heads. We can think about things more, and we'll get back to this relationship once we've had cooler heads and we have time to think. That's very important to have. In that time, since she's not getting attention from me and she wants attention, she can get it from all the people in her DMs. She can get it from all the people that are liking her thirst trap photos. She's no longer mine. She belongs to the streets. That's why I don't like that's why I don't want to go out with a girl that has a huge social media following. Or if she does, I would prefer her delete it. Because if I'm not the only one that she wants, if she doesn't want just my attention, then why am I with her? She can leave me the next day because somebody else will give her attention. If it's not me, if it's not the attention that she values, if I'm not the attention that she values, not the most, but at all, then I'm not interested. You're gonna cheat on me. One day you're gonna cheat on me, or it's gonna like something's gonna happen, or you're going to leave me, or you're gonna seek attention from other people because I'm not giving it to you because we're having a fight right now and we need to have cool heads. Cooler heads prevail, but we need time to have those cool heads. And during that time, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the thought of these billions of thousands of guys in her DMs trying to hit her up, trying to get her number, trying to get her, and giving her a bunch of attention, telling her she's beautiful, telling her she's pretty much like a queen. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I want to be I want to be the center of attention for you. Just like you'll be the center of attention for me when it comes to girls. I'm a monogamous guy, monogamous. So I'll block off it. Like when it comes to relationships, I'm the kind of person that will be cordial and nice and polite and kind and smile and be respectful, but I will block off anybody else that isn't you when it comes to anything romantic or flirty. I expect the same. And if you don't do the same, you can hit the road. I'll find somebody else that's way more loyal and way more respectful of me. Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2. It's and these are all for dating, by the way. It also comes with, you know, her demeanor, her posture, I should say posture, her demeanor during the date. Is she on her phone all the time? That's how I know. That's how I know that she's constantly like. I don't care who's on the other line. It could be a girl. It could be a guy. But if I don't have her attention, or she's not giving me her attention, when we're having a one-on-one date, that's also a red flag. She gots to go. I don't know who's on the other line. It could be another guy for all I know. I'm not taking that chance. So she's constantly on her phone, and especially if she puts her phone, like, it's the little things. If she puts her phone down and the screen side is down, she's hiding something. She does not want you to see what's on her phone, because it could be another guy that she's talking to. Or she's talking smack to her friends. Either way, if she's on her phone a lot, I'm not interested. Immediately check out. I'll finish the date. I'll be kind and respectful, because most likely I asked her out on the date. But I'll be kind and respectful all the way to the end of the date. And then after that, won't call her, won't text her, won't do anything. Because if she's not going to respect the time that I am putting to get to know her, and she is not trying to get to know me, not interested. Third red flag I look for. And then it has to do with all of the things that, like, is she depressed all the time? Is she like how the conversation? Is she, during our date, like, how much is she like giving? You know, is this a back and forth? And this is a little bit more of a is she letting me take the lead, essentially? Is she allowing me to take the lead? If she is she polite? Is she respectful? Is she showing me respect, basically? And there are ways to tell if this girl respects you while you're on your date. Obviously, I am a person that prefers to ask a girl out on a date. If she asks me on a date, I'll say yes. I don't mind that, but I will take the lead. And when it comes to, like, throughout the day, I'm going to be as respectful as I can to her. I'm going to show her I'm going to be a gentleman. Now, the way that she can respect me is that she doesn't interrupt me when I talk. And I keep track of how many times they interrupt me when I talk. She doesn't interrupt me when I talk. She allows me to pay for the date, but she offers to pay for it. She offers to split the bill. I like that. It means that she's showing me respect for my time. However, she understands that I am leading this date. That is why I am going to pay for the meal. I'm going to pay for the meal because I want to lead. She is going to allow me to pay, but she's going to offer because she's going to allow me to pay because she's a woman. But she's going to fight to pay for half because she respects me. And I'm going to say, no, I asked you out on this date, therefore I'm going to pay for you. If she puts up a fuss, if she keeps putting up a fuss after that, huge red flag for me. I'm just like, nope, I'm not about that. No, I appreciate when you say that you would like to pay. I do not appreciate it if you're fighting to pay for it. And same thing, it has to do with respect. She is not showing me respect with my time by giving me her attention during the entire day, constantly on her phone. If she is not allowing me to pay, if she is not basically just letting me lead, you know, I'll tell her, hey, I want to go to this place for a date. I want to go to this place for a date, or I want to do this on our date. And she's constantly shutting me down. That's also another red flag too. I'm not interested in this debate. I'm interested in taking you somewhere nice, awesome, and having a cool experience with you. If you don't think it's going to be a cool experience, well, tough. If that's the case, I don't want to go on a date with you then. if you don't think it's going to be a cool experience. And now, if I'll listen to your input. If you think another cool experience is just around the corner, I'll listen to your input. I'll roll with the punches. I'll do my research, of course. But at the end of the day, if I'm throwing out date ideas and you're saying no to every single one because you don't think it's going to be fun, rather than, oh, I'm going on a date with him, it doesn't matter where we go. Nah, I'm good. Huge red flag. You're not letting me lead, and two, you're not respecting my decisions that I'm making. So, yeah, when it comes to dating, those are my big red flags when it comes to going on a date. Now, I'll probably do this in another video because this video has gone on pretty long, but I do want to go over red flags when it comes to if you're already dating somebody, if you're already calling her your girlfriend. I want to go over those red flags, and I also want to go over red flags when, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. is red flags when you've got her as your girlfriend, you know, because there's some things that you learn over time that can be that are red flags for me personally, just from experience. But, you know, this video is just general red flags. Now, if you called her your girlfriend, that's a whole different story. But I'll get to that in another Let's Talk. However, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for listening. I hope you've learned something from all of these. These are just my personal red flags, of course. Now, we can talk about, I want to know what your red flags are. What are your red flags are when it comes to friendships and being in a relationship with somebody? I want to know. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll get in there. I want to comment with you guys. I want to leave comments. I want to have these debates. It's nice. And till then, have a good one.